is that?
Good morning. It's day 49. It's cold. But we are at the EDT, and we love the EDT.
Because they have a coffee and breakfast place.
So yeah, those pictures were posted is from here. So we're just getting our supplies. It's cold, but yeah, it's good.
5 degrees outside. So this has been the coldest morning yet. We're 8:30 on the road, and it is 6 degrees Celsius. I've got my long finger gloves on, rain jacket, 3 other layers, booty covers. Hopefully it'll warm up. This is our coldest day yet. They say it changed to winter in 2 days. Typically it's 10 degrees warmer where we are. So, and those beeps, so we're about to start a 5-kilometer climb. So we'll see how many layers I actually get to keep on. And I were just joking about this trail shows up on the map. I don't know if you guys can see it on your nice little TV monitors there, but it doesn't look like there's much here, but it does say there's a trail. So the trail's becoming way more obvious now. We're in about a, I don't know, 1 meter rut with broken sticks on both sides. As you can see, it's pretty obvious now. We just can't freaking ride it.
Well, thought we'd miss the rain, but no such luck. So, shelter in place, baby.
My tree is doing okay.
My tree's pretty good if you want to come share my shelter.
I'm okay, thanks.
Ouch.
So we are getting Kristen's phone repaired after she did her little mud bath yesterday. We found a guy here who hopefully can fix it for us, but we thought we'd stop here. We're sitting on a bench just in the middle of nowhere. So good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, I would say the good is we're riding back. We had a great visit in LCC, and we're riding, and we're on our way. So that's kind of felt really good, and we're having fun still, despite some hiccups, and still getting along pretty good. So that's my good.
My saddle sores are getting much better, so that's good for me. It's taken a while, but every day they're getting slowly better, so it's good.
Yeah. I'd say the bad is the weather has gotten considerably colder. So, and then it's been kind of wet and just a lot of off and on with clothes and what to wear and to not feel quite warm. So I say that is the bad, pretty much.
Yeah, and for me, navigation, I've struggled with navigating. Just there are so many turns and I've made so many errors and I just get so frustrated. So that would be a bad for me.
Yeah, and then I'd say the ugly for me has just been the stupid little lapse of concentration, which one crash, which thankfully was okay, and then the bail in the mud, and then now the phone is not working. So we just have had these days where we just can't keep going, and there's these hike-a-bike sections, and so I think just those little things are pretty frustrating. So I think body-wise it's good, but the ugly is definitely stupidity on my part.
Yeah. What about your knee?
Oh yeah, my knee. Yeah, my knee is good today. So I'd say that's bad ugly. It was, like I said, happened after LCC, just random, although not so random. And we're going to talk about that in the video. But yeah, the knee is an issue, but we've climbed a ton today and it's pretty good. So I think just the crash and the bale in the mud and having to get the phone fixed.
Yeah, I don't have any real uglies. It's just I've had a difficult time getting into kind of a relaxed mindset for some whatever reason. So the enjoyment comes and goes. My feelings on doing what we're doing change daily. So I haven't done any real self-reflection that I've shared with you guys yet. So we'll see how that looks in the coming days, maybe. And it is probably about 1.5 feet deep, so we gotta sandal this again. The tables are on. Woo! Oh, it's cold. Good, baby. This is a hike-a-bike 400. Hey, we just came across something that's massive. It's like out of a Star Wars movie. Take a look at that sucker. What is that? This thing.
How universe is and what's going on. And
Very cool.
Yeah, the guy said this might be the biggest dish in Europe, maybe the world.
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
It is?
Alright. Der Tafel auf meiner Stand.
Coolest thing ever. We've been riding beside the racetrack for the last, I don't know, a couple of kilometers. And you just sit here and watch these guys, race. Look at this guy. Just another clearly marked route that we just, I don't know, we went right past it, had no idea. And then, yeah, here it is, shows up on our little Garmin. We are riding in the dark in a cornfield, 9 o'clock at night. Our last 30K has taken us about 3 hours because we're riding in fields that are supposed to be trails. All these nice gravel roads have disappeared at the end of our day, and it's been tough. Yeah, you don't plan on this stuff, but good thing we have lamps. And we just checked the town we're going into. They have no accommodations. Everything's booked full, so we really don't know what we're gonna do once we get there. What we do know is that we've got leftover sandwiches from lunch today, so we're gonna eat those for sure for supper.
Morning. It's day 52. And I'm tired. Woke up tired. Getting into the groove. It's been about 3 hours, but yeah, hard days. Getting tired.
Yeah, we came in late last night, putting in some big days because we have a 90-day window. Did my route planning a bit off, so now we're trying to get all our miles in before I think we get to like Switzerland. So we're coming in late at night in the dark, which isn't always fun. So we're trying to be smart and plan ahead. So we're trying to find some a $90, $100 a night with breakfast included, and we make our sandwich. We figure having breakfast, lunch, and a warm place to sleep for 100 euros is very close to paying 40 to 50 euros for a campsite and then having to buy breakfast and lunch. But
And there's no shelters in Germany, so
it's tough.
we're riding hard. We're just like, we need a place to sleep. It's supposed to get better in France, which we almost are at, so.
Yeah. So the part that we did yesterday is I bought a booking.com hotel in Rosenberg. And by the time
Rodenbach.
by the time we got to Rodenbach, called him because we couldn't find him, realized that there's another Rodenbach about 100 kilometers away. So he said, it'll only take you about an hour on your motorcycle to get here. And I said, no, we're on our bicycle. So that was a big mistake. So
But
Trail Angel
Marcus, came flying down the hill on his e-bike from his buddy's house, playing darts. Asked for some help, so he did that. And then he said, hey, I'll take you to this guest house. So he went 3 kilometers out of his way. And then we had a beer with him and had a really great chat. He filled us in. We were right by this amazing NATO aircraft base, which is the biggest in Europe. And anyway, it was really cool. So true trail angel again. So thank you to Marcus.
Yep.
Anyway, see ya.
I think we are now about to cross into France. There it is. See that? France. We're in France. First little French town. Not sure the architecture has changed too much from the German, but I'm sure that someone said windowsills and doors and that kind of stuff shows a lot of history. Just because that's the only thing that they could remove after the war, or something like that.
Day 53 along the Rhine, which is nice. It's supposed to be some hike-a-bike coming up, so I'm not too excited about that. Had another biff yesterday. Just fell on my left knee. Legs are taking a beating. I'm tired. Might be a short day today, though, because it's impossible to do a longer one. Anyway, life is good. What in the world is this day? Ay, ay, ay.
Okay, so I've never had to push my bike, put the brakes on, hike up, push and put the brakes on, because I mean it's push and brakes, hike, push and brakes. I don't know, she's too strong.
No. Kill me now. 1 step forward, 2 steps forward, push. 1, 2, push. So steep.
Just is not stopping. Again, we're walking down. I don't know how you ride this. We're going up and down 21% grades with these kind of rocks. We're gonna spend all day going like an average of 5 kilometers an hour. Like it's unbelievable how brutal this is. I'm not complaining. Well, I am a little bit. We all like to make progress, but this is just slow going. My poor wife. I am going to come up and help her carry her bike down because this is steep. Steep!
Here he comes to save the day.
This is steep.
So steep. Stuff drives me crazy. All of this just to know that we have to start climbing again. So dumb. Okay, babe.
First fresh water in France.
Fountain Jean-Louis Hamelin. Altitude 265 meters.
Yeah, not very high, but we don't need the water, but it's nice to see.
Because we're hiking. It's not, yeah, it's steep, but it's also just so rocky. Hi.
Had a tough start to this morning. This is the second 5 kilometer climb that we've had to do so far. Then the first 20K or so. Kristen's not doing too good. She's fallen a little bit too much, and gonna have to figure out a bit of an alternate plan here, just to give our bodies a bit of a break, because that's not good when the wife's not happy. Gotta keep her happy, otherwise it's not good for anybody. This is a what you call a good morning wake-up call. Hiking up this at a 12% grade on an narrow path with big rocks. Just gonna take a moment here and look at all the hard work we've done to climb. That's the view we got right now. Freaking deserve it. We've been hiking for like 2 5-kilometer climbs. Deserve a view. Nothing like a nice, warm, bright, sunny morning descent. Tell you what, morning, it's already afternoon. Only done like 25K in 4 hours with like 900 meters. And this is what we get to descend with. Coming through a little town here. No clue really where we are, but pretty old school. You don't see this very often. Homes right on the water like this. Morning.
Day 54.
Day 54. Waiting outside a grocery store. Got a nice early start. Staying at the F1. It is awesome. It's like a hostel. You get a bed, shared shower, bathrooms. I think it was like 35 euros, which is cheaper than camping. It's awesome. So we're up nice and early. Had a little bit of a breakfast, croissants and pastries. So I had
they got a cappuccino machine, man. And the pastries, I gotta say, they're really good. Like the croissants are legit.
So right now I am loaded up on phyllo pastry. Fluff air.
Anyway, it's been a moment. Southern Germany and France have been a lot. So I'm feeling the fatigue. I've had a few side bails, so my body is just sore, right side, left side. But we've made some adjustments in terms of some of the hike-a-bike sections. We're going to try to reroute. PL's doing a really good job at that, just because it's not worth it to push our bikes for 6.5 hours to get 45 kilometers.
And when we say reroute, it means like if our trail is here and there's a nicer trail beside it, we'll go on a nicer trail. I mean, even though they have the route planned, it doesn't mean that you can't go on a nicer road 100 meters beside it. So we're just trying to be smart on the routes we take, because some of them are like, you gotta shake your head. Like, you'll see some of our videos. I mean, it's unbelievable. This is probably as bad as what we did in Nepal.
Yeah.
But we're carrying like 40-50 pounds of pack instead of just a gravel bike, so it's tough.
Anyway, we're looking forward to today. It's getting warmer, the sun is out. But yeah, every day is going to be hard. Big push to the finish.
So while Kristen's inside getting groceries, thought I'd just do a quick personal perspective. Since we've been back from LCC, the time off was really good, but the riding in southern Germany and so far northern part of France has been extremely difficult. Kristen's fallen a few times, bent a few things on the bike, but everything's going okay. But then of course the fatigue and the emotions kick in, and then the doubts of what can we do in a day, what can we not do in a day, coming in the dark late at night when it's cold and raining, not knowing where you're staying. All those things kind of start to play a little bit of a mental head game. And then of course you start to ask questions, and then you start to wonder what she means by that question. And then of course then I get a little short and I push a little bit, and then maybe push it a little bit too hard to get to the next town, and then the emotions do start to flare up a little bit. But in the end, we just hugged it out this morning and told each other we loved each other. We're gonna get through this, but it's been tough slugging this last probably 5-6 days, knowing that we're on a timeline crunch and trying to figure out how are we going to get to the end safely without the survival part of Cycle 5 to Survive becoming reality of trying to figure out how we're going to survive this. But we're going to keep going. We're going to stay positive. The weather's cooperating today. Winds are never really cooperating out here, but that's okay. Cool little shot of the big cliff and train tracks. Chopping down some trees, loading some trucks. I gotta say, it's been a while since we've seen creeks. Germany didn't have any of this, but here in France, this reminds us back to home. It's beautiful. I love the sound of that fresh water.
So yeah, this is trying to get your stuff organized. Kind of pack your stuff up as much as you can. You make a pile and make sure everything gets back on your bike and you don't leave anything. So yeah, quick little organization.
We are less than 1 kilometer into our ride, and this is what they want us to go up. Ouch.
Haven't even hit 30K yet. This never ends. So we do 600 meters of climbing and 14K just for this to be our descent. Yeah, France, you're killing us. Starting to just laugh at these things.
We just did a descent of about 3 or 4 kilometers on this trail at probably a whopping average speed of 8 kilometers an hour. You hope that when you climb it at 8 kilometers an hour, you can descend it at like 30, but not today. More clearly defined tracks that we're riding. Like I'm saying, this is by far the toughest riding we have ever done. This doesn't hold, this doesn't even come close to the Continental Divide. We think we have hiked our bikes more in the last 10 days than we did the entire 40 days going across the US. It's a tough ride.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm hiking my bike.
It's
It's no easy feat when your bike's as big as the trail. See all those windmills out there? A good day for us when those dumb things are not turning. Turning windmills is bad. Bad, bad, bad. We do not like that. Way to go, baby. Doing your domestic duties.
Ride for water.
I'm gonna get in shit for saying that.